On August 24th, Japan began to discharge Fukushima's nuclear-contaminated water into the ocean, an act planned to last for several decades. Back in the 1960s, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant was originally planned to be built at 35 meters above sea level. The plant's owner, Tokyo Electric Power Company, the TEPCO, lowered the height of the bluff by 25 meters to cut cost. This change, however, did increase the vulnerability of the plant to a tsunami bigger than expected degree. In the wake of Japan's earthquake and the resulting tsunami in 2011, full meltdowns happened at 3 nuclear reactors of the plant. The company's mishandling of the accident at first caused it the best time window to mitigate damage. Later, TEPCO began injecting seawater into the reactors to cool down the cores and built lots of tanks to store the nuclear-contaminated water. But the water, which increases at a speed of over 100 tons per day, along with the contaminated rainwater and underground water, were filling up the built tanks. Japan decided to discharge the radioactive wastewater into the ocean. Japanese experts once spent over 6 years assessing the possible disposal methods for the nuclear-contaminated water, and at last they selected steam discharge and ocean discharge as 2 viable options. The Japanese authorities chose a letter. Grossi, IAEA's Director General, has clearly stated that the IAEA report is neither a recommendation nor an endorsement for the policy of the Japanese government. Then what will happen after the discharges? First, we should keep in mind that the contaminated water contains a spectrum of radioactive contents. Many scientists agree that apart from the irremovable tritium, there are also many other substances that could not be completely removed with Japan's advanced liquid processing system, like carbon-14, which poses grave threats to human health and marine life. The nuclear-contaminated water, in which radioactive substances are not properly dealt with, once released into the ocean and are circulated by the strong ocean currents near Fukushima, will soon spread to the entire Pacific Ocean. It's just a matter of time for Japan's discharge supporters on the other side of the Pacific to see the effects. As part of a butterfly effect, the fishery industry would be the first to feel the hit, and then goes the island countries whose people have relied on the seas to live for generations. But it does not stop there. Given the technological limits at present, it's difficult to predict whether an even more devastating disaster that we cannot currently fathom is breeding. Thank you for watching. I'm Xu Yi in Beijing.